GIAC Cloud Security Essentials, often shortened to GCLD, is a practical cloud security certification for professionals who need to understand how cloud environments change the way security work gets done. This is not just a certification about memorizing cloud terms or repeating that shared responsibility matters. It is about understanding how cloud identity, networking, logging, storage, compute, automation, incident response, and risk management fit together in real environments. For early career cybersecurity and IT professionals, this credential can be especially useful because cloud security now touches almost every technical role, even when cloud security is not part of the job title. This episode is part of my Monday Certified feature from Bare Metal Cyber Magazine, where we break down certifications in plain English and connect them to realistic career paths.
If this certification is on your study list, a free and complete audio course is available in the Bare Metal Cyber Academy at baremetalcyber.com, complete with a study guide and a second ebook featuring 1,000 flashcard questions.
The credential is issued by GIAC, one of the better-known certification bodies in cybersecurity. GIAC certifications are often associated with practical technical security knowledge, and they tend to carry weight because they are focused, structured, and connected to real-world security work. GCLD is classified as a practitioner certification, which means it is meant to validate working knowledge that can be applied in technical and operational settings. The word essentials can be a little misleading here. This is not a simple awareness credential. It covers the broad foundation a defender needs when workloads, identities, logs, networks, secrets, containers, storage, and response processes move into cloud service provider environments.
This certification is a good fit for security analysts, security engineers, system administrators, cloud administrators, auditors, risk managers, and technical managers who need to understand cloud security from more than one angle. It can also make sense for early career professionals who already have basic security and networking knowledge and want to move toward cloud security without immediately jumping into advanced architecture, penetration testing, or forensics work. The best audience is not limited to people who work in only one cloud platform. The credential is useful for professionals who need to understand cloud security concepts across public cloud, multi-cloud, and hybrid environments. A strong candidate usually has some familiarity with basic cybersecurity concepts. That includes identity and access management, logging, network segmentation, encryption, vulnerability management, incident response, and risk. You do not need to be a senior cloud architect before studying for this exam, but you should be ready to think about how traditional security controls change when infrastructure is elastic, distributed, API-driven, and often managed through automation. That shift is one of the central lessons of cloud security. The tools may look different, but the security responsibilities do not disappear. GCLD sits inside a broader cloud security certification ecosystem from GIAC. That ecosystem includes credentials for cloud automation, public cloud security, cloud architecture, cloud threat detection, cloud forensics, and cloud penetration testing. In that path, this credential works as a strong cloud security foundation. It helps learners build the core mental model before specializing in deeper engineering, architecture, detection, incident response, or offensive security roles. For many professionals, that foundation is exactly what they need before deciding which cloud security direction to pursue next. The exam tests whether you understand cloud security as a working system, not as a collection of disconnected definitions. Candidates need to know the major cloud service models, understand shared responsibility, recognize how identity becomes a central control plane, and explain why cloud logging and monitoring require different planning than traditional on-premises environments. The exam also expects candidates to understand how cloud providers are similar, where they differ, and why those differences matter when securing real workloads. The major exam topics include provider similarities and differences, shared responsibility, threat-informed defense, cloud accounts, identity, external access, cloud networking, logging, auditing, assessment, incident response, secure compute deployment, containers,
storage, serverless concepts, secrets management, encryption, sensitive data handling, automation, infrastructure as code, continuous evaluation, risk management, compliance, and assurance. That is a lot of ground, but the subjects are connected by a common theme. Cloud security is about understanding how systems are built, how access is granted, how activity is recorded, how data is protected, and how defenders respond when something goes wrong.
The exam rewards applied understanding. It is not enough to know that identity and access management matters. You need to understand why overly broad permissions, weak secrets handling, unmanaged external access, or missing logs can create serious risk. It is not enough to know that containers exist. You need to understand why images, orchestration, storage, deployment pipelines, and runtime behavior affect the security of cloud workloads. The exam is trying to measure whether you can reason through these issues as a defender.
A common misconception is that a Cloud Security Essentials exam is mainly about vocabulary. That is too narrow. This certification is more about recognizing how cloud environments behave and how defenders should plan, harden, monitor, and respond inside those environments. It may feel broad because cloud security itself is broad. It touches architecture, operations, development practices, identity, data protection, governance, compliance, and incident response at the same time. That is why the credential can be useful for both technical and non-technical security professionals.
Another misconception is that the exam is only for engineers. Engineers are a major audience, but auditors, risk professionals, and managers can also benefit if they work with cloud environments. The credential helps non-engineers understand the technical reality behind cloud risk decisions. It also helps technical professionals understand why governance, compliance, and assurance still matter in fast-moving cloud programs. In real organizations, cloud security is rarely owned by one person or one team. It is shared across engineering, operations, security, risk, audit, and leadership.
The exam currently uses one proctored test with 75 questions, a 2-hour time limit, and a published passing score of 61%. GIAC exams are open book, but that does not mean they are easy. Candidates may use printed materials, notes, and study guides, but not digital resources or internet access during the exam. That changes the preparation strategy. You are not studying only to remember facts. You are studying to understand the material and to build a printed reference system that you can use quickly under time pressure.
A practical preparation plan should begin with the exam objectives. Read through the objectives and turn them into a personal checklist. Mark each topic as strong, medium, or weak. If you are newer to cloud security, do not begin by trying to memorize every service name. Start with the big ideas. Focus on shared responsibility, identity as a control plane, logging as evidence, secure network design, secure storage, encryption, secrets management, and cloud incident response. Once those ideas make sense, the details become much easier to organize.
A strong study plan usually moves through 4 phases. First, build the foundation by reviewing core cloud concepts, cloud service models, identity, networking, compute, storage, and shared responsibility. Second, study the security controls, including hardening, logging, monitoring, encryption, secrets, least privilege, automation, and secure deployment patterns. Third, practice with scenarios that ask what you would do in a real cloud security situation. Fourth, prepare for exam day by building a printed index, reviewing missed questions, and using practice results to find weak areas.
Hands-on practice is valuable, especially for candidates who have mostly read about cloud security but have not spent much time in a console or command line environment. You do not need to build a massive lab, but you should understand how cloud accounts, roles, storage buckets, security groups, logging services, key management, and monitoring features behave.
Even simple exercises can make the exam material easier to understand because the concepts become concrete. When you have seen a misconfigured storage permission or a missing log setting in practice, the theory becomes easier to remember.
Time management is also important. With 75 questions in 2 hours, candidates cannot afford to search printed notes for every answer. The open book format rewards preparation, organization, and familiarity. A printed index can help, but only if you built it while studying and know how to use it quickly. The real goal is to know most answers from understanding, then use your materials to confirm details or resolve uncertainty. If every question sends you digging through papers, the clock will become a problem.
The Bare Metal Cyber Academy resources can fit naturally into this study process. The free audio course can help with repeated exposure during commutes, walks, or short study windows. The study guide can provide a structured path when you need focused reading time. The flashcards ebook can support spaced review, quick recall, and weak area reinforcement. Used together, those resources can help busy professionals study in smaller blocks without losing the larger exam story. From a career perspective, GCLD can support several directions. It is useful for security analysts who need to understand cloud alerts and logs, system administrators moving into cloud operations, security engineers responsible for cloud hardening, auditors reviewing cloud environments, and risk managers who need to speak more confidently about cloud control gaps. It can also help technical managers who oversee cloud migration, cloud operations, or cloud security programs. The value is not just the credential itself. The value is the cloud security fluency it helps you build.
Hiring managers may view the credential as evidence that a candidate understands cloud security beyond generic awareness. It does not automatically make someone a senior cloud architect, but it can strengthen a resume for roles that require cloud security literacy. For early career professionals, it can show initiative in an area where many organizations have real skill gaps. Cloud adoption has moved faster than cloud security maturity in many environments, and professionals who can help close that gap are valuable.
In a broader certification path, this credential can fit after foundational certifications, such as Security Plus, Network Plus, or GACK Security Essentials. It can also sit before more specialized cloud security credentials. After GCLD, a learner might move toward vendor-specific cloud security certifications, advanced GACK cloud certifications, cloud architecture, DevSecOps, cloud threat detection, cloud forensics, or cloud penetration testing. The best next step depends on whether the learner wants to build, defend, monitor, govern, investigate, or test cloud environments.
There are also good alternatives depending on the reader's goals. Someone who wants broad vendor-neutral security fundamentals might start with Security Plus or GIAC Security Essentials. Someone focused on a specific cloud platform might choose AWS, Microsoft Azure, or Google Cloud Security credentials. Someone aiming for governance or management might pair cloud security study with risk, audit, or compliance certifications. GCLD makes the most sense when the goal is practical, vendor-neutral cloud security fluency rather than narrow platform administration alone.
The bottom line is that GCLD is best for professionals who already understand basic IT and cybersecurity concepts and want to build a stronger bridge into cloud security. It is especially useful when your work touches cloud systems, cloud risk, cloud logging, cloud identity, cloud audits, or cloud incident response, even if your title does not say cloud security. For early career readers, it can be a smart next step after general security foundations. For busy professionals, structured resources from the Bare Metal Cyber Academy can make preparation more manageable, flexible, and realistic.
Thanks for listening. For more audio courses, daily newsletters, and more, please visit baremetalcyber.com.